Howdy, boys and girls.
Well, hello, folks. How is it?
How is it going? I haven't eaten lunch yet.
I have eaten lunch as of 2 minutes ago while you were setting this up.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
No, I was like, you know, I haven't eaten on stream yet, and it's not beyond us to eat on stream, but I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this out.
I've eaten on stream a couple times because it's always because you if like you and Josh are both here, like you guys eat, I set everything up, then I eat while we're gone. I think I ate a couple times during E3.
Whatever.
I think I've eaten a couple times during E3 streams.
So Yahoo, we got his PlayStation State of Play, my absolute favorite.
My favorite,
it's
dude.
So good.
Fantastic. To be completely fair, it's these shows are not like, I don't know. I think it's really the problem is that the presentation style is bad. Because like I mean, sometimes sometimes they don't show amazing stuff, but whatever. That's just the nature of these beasts.
Well, it's
now.
like this is just, I mean, I'm not gonna say ripping off like Nintendo revolutionized it. This is the Nintendo Directs, except worse in literally every way.
Yes, precisely. Like, it's like they're not engaging to watch. They're not structured in interesting ways. They're not very, like, they could just release the trailers on their own. The only thing that would be different is maybe fewer people would see them.
I really hope that 9 minutes of this is gonna be Deathloop, and the other 21 minutes of this is just going to be the ostentatious transitions.
Oh, I hope so. I love them. They're my new favorite thing, dude. I told you the music, this track of my Fox in Space goes weird with this footage. Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna watch this today. For those who don't know, it's getting started in 41 seconds, but hopefully you know that because it's on screen. But the dealio with today is it's 30 minutes long. There's gonna be 9 minutes of Deathloop, which, despite being a Bethesda game, had PlayStation timed exclusivity before the Microsoft deal happened.
Whoopsie.
So it's too late. So they're going to be showing 9 minutes of that. The remaining 21 minutes, they've said third-party games and indie games.
So who knows?
Yeah, it could be anything. The thing is, they specifically said, like, no God of 4, no God of More, and no Horizon Forbidden West today. Oh, yeah, dude, the freaking, I can't wait for the PS5 LOED. I mean, sorry, QLED. But yeah, so if we see, you know, who knows what third-party stuff we will or won't see today. Oh, damn, you know what?
What?
I forgot something important that I need to do.
What is it?
Our connection's gonna be kind of shaky. Joey, entertain the people for 2 minutes. I will go very fast, and I'll miss. If this is Final Fantasy, I'm gonna be up. No, in development for PSVR, they said no next-gen VR stuff was gonna be announced today.
It's
Whatever.
old-gen VR stuff. We're getting it for PS3. What was it? What's the PS3 thing? Oh no, he went the Move. Yeah, fellas, when he said he had to go, I thought he was going to the other end of the room. That boy just sprinted down some stairs. He is gone. So it is just us. Hey everybody, how's it going? I recognize this little mouse fella, this little rat fella. Don't remember what for. I think it is just the VR exclusive thing. But it's not new, is it? Did it come out already? I don't know. See, this is the problem. He's the brains. I'm just here. I'm just here for the beard, and when I'm not on camera, then I'm just here.
On you.
Ignore the branding. Ignore the Jeff Keighley branding right now. But yeah, they announced that it was going to be mostly Deathloop and some other stuff. I really thought they would just start out with Deathloop. No, I was talking to him before this where I was like, you know, as a gamer who's into all this stuff, it's like the PlayStation, whatever this is, State of Plays or whatever, it's like, in the community it's a joke that these things are usually terrible. But I was like, does anybody even outside of the gaming community really even care about this? Do they know? Do they have an opinion? And as I was thinking that in my group chat that has some people that don't really play games too much, somebody was like, hey guys, State of Play goes live in 8 minutes, and immediately got a response. If my ass isn't being sent a free PS5, then I don't care. So yeah, it's generally known that these are not great.
Some more exciting updates today.
Welcome
so let's
back.
Keep it going.
Hi.
Here's a flashy new multiplayer shooter.
So I showed the rat game.
Oh, the rat game?
I don't remember. Well, not that rat game. The VR rat game.
The other rat game, yeah, the VR rat game. The cute rat game, not the gross rat game. There's too many rat games, damn it.
There was not enough rat games before the other rat game with rat physics came out. That's free on PlayStation right now, isn't it?
Yep.
Woohoo, rat physics. Might give it a shot. I already watched a playthrough, so it's mostly just cinematic stuff anyway. But maybe.
Basically, because of the internet problems that we have that cause streaming to be an issue, many of you guys will probably recall. So we can't keep people out here to replace our damn modem, which we think is the source of the problem. I basically just have to completely unhook a bunch of crap around our house for us to get enough signal to get a semi-smooth stream to happen. And unfortunately, I've been busy all day, and I set everything up for this, because I haven't streamed in a while, and actually everything was rearranged because we had guests for the 4th of July. So I had to set everything up in about 20 minutes, and I completely forgot to do that.
So we're currently looking at Fortnite 2.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this music is not from the game's soundtrack, and it's about to get us in big trouble.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I don't know, because it's, oh man, this is gonna sound mean, but it's like, it really sounded just like free, like go on YouTube and type in music. Like,
You never know.
free
Listen,
music.
I don't take any risks.
That's fair.
Begins early access today for
Arcade
PlayStation
again.
5.
That's actually kind of a funny name. I like that.
Arrives later this month.
I like
Let's
that
get a
name.
sneak peek at the post-launch plans
I'm gonna
for this
continue eating my
addictive
lunch
action
now.
RPG from Northfell Games.
ASMR. We're
Oh.
getting, this is a
Hi, I'm
variety
Sydney
stream,
from Northfell,
everybody.
and I'm here to tell you more about how Tribes of Midgard will
I'm one bite in it, and it's really good. Thank you, Joey. My friend Joey picked up lunch for me on his way over here.
Yeah. While you were gone, I was giving them the Jeff Keighley treatment with this,
Oh, yeah? Good, good.
with this mellow yellow.
We will get our YouTube billions someday, Joey.
I want to be sponsored by Ritz Crackers one day.
I want to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, no.
and fortifying your home village to stand against giants.
I want to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, specifically because I have an idea for how to one-up Internet Historians Raid Shadow Legends spot.
That is a bold
I have an idea.
claim.
I think I've figured out the exact line that I can skirt to get away with it being like positive, and they'll review it and say it's good.
Okay.
And it'll be just saying the game's bad. I think I figured out exactly how to
Sponsor
do
us,
it.
Raid. We will accept a sponsorship. Listen, I've talked about the gotcha games before, so you know I dabbled in it. I kind of know what I'm talking about. A little
The
bit.
exact the joke that a lot of us like, as you guys know, here on our channels, we love mobile games, and this is one of the most popular of them all.
So I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean on this stream. Every single time this game has come up, I can't get behind it. It looks like animations and combat and everything. It doesn't look like it feels very good.
Oh.
You can use multiple
Like,
together, and the effects can get pretty
I don't
wild.
like they slash and stuff kind of get staggered a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's you gotta play it. Maybe it actually feels great, but it's like
the biggest part of
I don't
every
have
season
much
are
interest in
saga
this.
quests, a series
Still
of
glad
quests will
that
lead
that
across
Norse
Midgard.
stuff
In
is
Season 1 saga,
still
you'll unlock the
It's
ability
cool now,
to
yeah.
access
Yeah, it's cool.
mysterious
We're
lair
seeing
and
more
face
stuff.
down your most
Boy,
powerful
tell you what,
challenge yet.
it's a little bit hard to manage meters and stuff when your hands are greasy from food. I'm using my left hand to do everything right now.
Why don't you eat with your left hand?
You know what, Joey? That's why you get paid the big
Okay,
bucks.
I take it back. You can pet the dog in this game, so it automatically gets a score up.
That was good.
There we go.
More seasons that explore
Somebody let that
different
Twitter
parts of
account know.
and add even more to the game. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Midgard
Yeah,
soon.
we didn't have much time to talk beforehand. Main thing I was gonna say is, keep your expectations low.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, that's like fair. You know, they're gonna do a bunch of these events, but it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't exactly expect Final Fantasy 16 to show up, but you never know. I don't think it's not gonna get its own dedicated showcase, you know, because it's not coming out for 2 years.
Is that Japanese or Chinese thing? I think it's something else. There's
don't know.
too many of those. There's too many Billy Billies and Nico Nicos and all those different things. So is that no, this isn't that Biomutant game.
Biomutant already came out,
You're right.
and it's
Came
not
out
2D.
I was gonna say it came out. Is it not 2D?
No, Biomutant's like a 3D exploration open world thing, dude.
I didn't know.
Furries.
No. A plague upon the land.
Cut to the Jerry Freeman video of female Ratchet. Somebody's already working on it, dude.
I want to play that Ratchet and Clank game. It looks fun. The more I think, and also, now that I am a not so proud owner of a PS5, don't have a lot of options when it comes to exclusives. So
Yeah.
So it looks good.
What do you get when you mix fighting games and battle royale?
The disaster.
The worst thing I've ever heard of, more than
Did
likely.
you guys hear that? I don't know. Tell me, I haven't asked, well, how's the volume on this? Can you guys hear us and the stream decently? So you just said, what do you get when you mix fighting games and Battle Royale? I want to make sure everybody caught that.
Oh God, what is this about to be?
The battle between demons.
This is right now. You could have fooled me and told me that this was either a mobile game or an MMO.
It probably is both.
Oh God. Listen, getting into the mobile game MMO market is just stupid because there's already old school RuneScape on there and you can't beat that. And Maple Story.
What?
In this mystical world,
Raise the roof.
hunters who must fight deadly demons as well as other online players.
What is it? Where's the fighting game?
You're watching it.
No, I'm not.
It's Tekken, dude.
Play in martial arts and will be constantly tested of your skills.
It's Soul Calibur and Tekken, dude.
This angle looks like it's trying to trick me into thinking it's a fighting game.
To have a little fun on your journey by customizing.
You know what it actually is, dude?
What?
Rubber duck.
It's For Honor with a big map.
Yeah.
For Honor was basically a fighting game with a decently sized
For
map.
Honor is absolutely a fighting game, but this doesn't.
We look forward to seeing
This just we'll see.
strategies on your
We won't see because I don't care. Never mind, I take it back.
Another huge threat to look out for is none other than one.
Should we explain why you got a PS5 while we got nothing else to talk about here?
Oh yeah, so
different strategies in mind and use the environment.
I live in a cursed zone. I assume.
Bushes for ambush or drop strike from higher grounds to unleash
I thought I recognized.
lethal blow.
This sounded like the actor whose name I forget, who plays Hiroshi on Legend of Korra.
Oh yeah.
Features two
Yeah,
battle
and I was also on the
Two
Hawaii
battle
Five-O reboot.
royale modes. Oh my
solely take on
gosh.
other enemy players
I don't think it's him, but it was wigging me out for a sec. Sorry, PS5.
So yeah, so I live on like a cursed spot. It's either like a intersection of ley lines or like a a burial ground or something. But my power goes out a lot, and I discovered that every time my power goes out while I'm playing PS4, it takes a little bit of the soul of my PS4 with it. That happens so many times that now my PS4, when I turn it on, will randomly just say files corrupted and initializing. So my
Even when the power hasn't crashed, because
Yes.
it's crashed one too many times.
Yeah, so my PS4 just it's no good. I was like, oh man, what am I gonna do? I don't want to get another PS4. I really don't want to get a PS5, but maybe I should just get a PS5. And then what do you know? Check my email, and I'm part of the first line of Sony sending out emails. That's like, okay, hey, there's gonna be a restock. Log in like an hour before the restock, and you can just do it. You can just order one. I was like, screw it, whatever. Brian's asked about a Genshin sponsorship. No. I might play that game, but I'm not going to
looks like
speak
The Quiet
highly
Man.
of it. Oh
It's
no!
not-
Don't say
it
that.
looks-
Don't
You
say
see,
that.
you see the animation on this, right? It looks, and the frame rate and the motion blur and the way the camera moves, it feels like Quiet Man. I think they showed this previously. I remember seeing this, I think, at a previous State of Play. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe this will be better than the Quiet
I
Man.
hope this is better than the Quiet Man.
It wouldn't take very much. Every time you lose a fight, you age 4 years.
You turn into the the aging memes, the freaking the gif from the ending of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. Now what's that? What is that weird like? I don't want to say MMO fighting game, but it is like a group multiplayer like fighting game where it's kind of like For Honor's systems, but it's like you can learn like different schools and customize your moves, and you can teach other people's your school. I don't remember. This kind of reminds me of it. A little
Couldn't
bit.
tell you.
So everybody's got a mask on it. The Dark Souls streamers played it a little bit once upon a time back in the day, like Ouroboros and them.
Ever wanted to explore an alien planet?
I've done that a lot in video games. Gotta tell you, lady.
And this next game is for you.
I gotta tell you, lady. I've done that quite a few times.
It's been great sometimes. It's been not so great other times.
You see, obviously we've seen this before.
Yeah, we have.
The you see that? I forget the guy's name. That WoW streamer who I've seen occasionally and seems like an asshole is playing FF14.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And Brian, it's base PS4. It was a launch. I didn't get it launch day, but it was a launch day PS4, so it served its purpose. But what were you saying?
Nothing. Just like that he's been doing for months, like clickbaity, like reacts to whatever related to 14, like reacts to numbers
Yeah.
for 14. And it's like I don't know why he's bothering to play it because he just effing hates it. like when he watched the freaking Endwalker trailer, he was like, "This music sucks ass. This music is terrible. look at these cat ears and all this anime shit. This is the gayest. I was like, yeah, that's the guy, Yash Kapoor.
Yeah, that's the fella. And yet he's playing it right now anyway.
To be fair, then basically a bunch of his people got the free trial and came over and went to hit and tried to get in. And so a bunch of FF14 players were like, he's gonna bring his toxic fan base over here. We need to be toxic to him to scare him off, which is bad behavior. It's not. People shouldn't do that.
No, I did see a clip
That's
of
not
him.
really great PR for the game.
Clip of him really trying to get to this one place in Limsa, which is one of the main cities. It's the one that I went to, and I knew his pain, and it was very fun to watch him just fumble around. And normally the town is like filled with people, because of course it is. But there was just nobody at all. It's like, what's the deal with this? And when he finally found it, it's because it was in a transition zone. He went through the door, and there was just like everybody that would have been in town just standing there, just like clapping. It's like, you did it, congrats.
That's phenomenal.
What might propel them, and what might haunt them. And so our story provides an occasional glimpse into major...
So is this, do you actually play anything other than the ship? Yeah, I guess you do play stuff other than the ship. And
that is quite funny. I really like that. So that's funny. That's a good prank, bro.
Exploratory action adventure.
I can't imagine streaming MMOs. I would never ever.
It's
freaking even when they do like presentations and stuff, people are like trying to photobomb. You know, the guys like specifically. I remember there was like a whole thing where it was the whatchamacallit, the crew, the FF14 crew were doing one of their streams talking about features, and they were like hiding in the rafters of some building, and people were like, "Where are?" And people like went and found them, or just hanging on the rafters behind. But it took them a while because they were like they knew they needed to hide.
There was I forget, I think it was Maple Story 2 where somebody was streaming it, and a dude, you can like play music in that game, and a dude kept following his stream, like playing a specific melody to try to like get copyrighted on the stream. It was very funny.
A mansion. Is this the place?
A significantly darker variation on that. There was some incident a few weeks ago where a cop started blasting music over the phone because he thought it would prevent a video of him being an asshole from being uploaded to YouTube. Do you know anything about Demon Slayer?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. See, I know nothing except that it's extremely popular and that movie made a ton of money.
I didn't want to watch it because I was like, well, it's a shonen and it's not finished. But then my friends wrote me into it.
Not making that mistake again.
Well, I got roped into it.
Yeah, sure, but that was your initial attitude, though.
And guess what? It's good. I like it. It's fun. It's the fight scenes are beautifully animated.
I never even watched any Bleach, but every time I hear people talk about the pain of Bleach, it just gives me so much energy. The frickin' I really love H-Bomber Guy's Ruby video, but some of my favorite parts of it are just the bits where he just casually takes the opportunity to say, like, please, someone validate me remembering so much Bleach. Like, frickin', it goes like,
I should remember Bleach because I watched it, but it just started blending together. All the fillers started
from your brain.
Blending together.
Oh boy.
That's like an MMO fight now with all those lines.
And they're well telegraphed. Well telegraphed attacks.
You know what game does that and doesn't do it well? Genshin. Genshin will have a circle on the ground. It's like, okay, this is the circle I have to avoid, and you can be out of the circle, and it's like the damage hitbacks just extends out of it anyway. It's like, well, what's the purpose of even having it?
Look at the level design was pretty linear, but it's probably just meant to be like, I guess, most a combat game anyway.
Yeah.
Here we go, Judgment. Judgment 2.
Judgment. Judge eyes.
Maybe you hadn't heard that.
Any one of us could be Chinese, Joey.
Uh-oh.
Pat was just posting about what the plots of the Yakuza games and Judgment are, and it's like most Yakuza people are actually just nice community guys who sometimes do a little bit of crime as a treat, and the real bad guys are the politicians and the lawyers, and we gotta be careful for the Chinese and Koreans in our midst. What I want to know is because this is like the Yakuza team or whatever, but are the real Yakuza involved in it? Because the real Yakuza love the Yakuza games, and then they're all like, yeah, make this look really good. So like,
Are you saying are they like that for the Judgment Team?
But yeah, I'm saying this is like about you're like a former lawyer or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I wonder if there's Yakuza guys checking in and talking about like, you know, hey, can you make sure to put in stuff about how cops are bad or whatever, and how the Yakuza are actually nice dudes who just do a little crime every now and then for the community.
A new interview is gonna come out. It's like I met with a bunch of ex-lawyers in Japan.
Ex-lawyer, now vigilantes.
Final warning.
That was Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh, absolutely.
For a better piece of bait.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
The question is it an actual role or is it just some background?
He said this is your final warning as a bunch of goons dropped in.
Yeah, okay,
He's just a background role.
Hell yeah.
Behind every truth, there is a lie. Either ruin or salvation.
Lost Judgment.
Lost Judgment.
What is that in Japan? What is the name? Because it's Judge Eyes instead of Judgment.
It's oh yeah, I don't know. It's probably Lost to Judge Eyes. Blind Judge.
At the expanded and enhanced Death Stranding director's cut.
Ooh wow.
Yeah.
Woo! Maybe they'll add in some new Monster Energy flavors.
Once there was an explosion.
Oh no, there's gonna be gamer fuel now.
A bang which gave
I'm gonna mute this just in case. Just in case, because I...
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't trust that Kojima sometimes.
You gotta put a filter on the screen now. You gotta put like a Snapchat filter.
I may have to. I can't do that quickly enough with the way that I have OBS set up right now, because I'm not a pro streamer.
Oh, you're right.
I need to create plugins where I can hit a button and do that when I expect that that's gonna happen, though.
Dude, you gotta have a... Oh man, it's... Am I getting a phone call? No, I'm not. It's gotta be like those Japanese visual novels, the bad ones where they have a button you can press where like a fake like solitaire or something will pop up because it's the somebody just walked into the room while I'm playing this button.
I want to point out that as far as I'm aware, the cutscenes were the same, and then he had like new sunglasses on, and so far they've just been showing combat, which you're not.
I was gonna say you
don't fight. You're literally not supposed to play the game like that. It's like, I guess it's like an acknowledgement of that they put all this crap in and you can't do anything with it, but you're not supposed to play it that way. What's the point? Maybe some of these are new cutscenes. I don't know. Maybe if I'd played the whole game, I would know that some of these are new. I know that's new.
Oh, Yash Kapoor says they changed the series name to Judge Eyes, or from Judge Eyes to Judgment, because they're aiming for worldwide releases.
Wow.
So cool. Good for them. Wait a minute.
The Fragile Circuit.
Wait a minute. What?
Now there's a racing minigame in there now. Hell yeah, dude.
Sure, why not?
Well, give me my damn Mario Kart 9. I gotta play this instead. I wonder if you can build your own. It looked like you were picking from tracks, but that's whatever.
Hey, maybe it is. Maybe you're picking from other people's tracks because it's all about a community game, right? This is all about the community. It's single player, but not really.
Brain. There's a Hot Wheels racing game coming out soon that has a ton of like track customization options. It's not as robust as Mod Nation Racers, but it's the most robust I've seen in a while.
So you could have told me this, 15 years ago, and I've been like, yeah, okay, but not now.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, dude. All right, was that our 21 minutes or not? That was our 21 minutes. So we got nothing left except for Deathloop now.
But what if they have what if there's a stinger?
There's only 9 minutes, Joey. What
if there's a really cool stinger?
There won't be one.
They're gonna announce Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer. I've been playing a little bit of Modern Warfare remastered, and I the entire time I'm playing it, I'm like, I just wish it was MW2, because I keep doing shenanigans, and I just want to be able to do more shenanigans.
This theme that's playing in the background is it's an instrumental variation on Deja Vu, which is this game's freaking James Bond theme song, and it's quite good. I gotta be real, I was kind of ignoring this game for a while until they released the trailer with that theme song, and I was like, you know what, I'll allow
give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Oh no, Frenchies.
Somebody that is a refugee from
What are you
Quantum.
doing? Idiot. I forgot to turn the sound back on, but that's fine. No worries.
There's
You know
a
what?
refugee
You
from
know what?
Quantic
We might.
Dreams.
Who knows? We could have gotten flagged for deja vu. So you know what? We were safe.
Also, one of your targets, Juliana, is in
I gotta say, I still don't completely understand this game.
You don't understand it?
Not 100. Well, I understand like the looping mechanic, but I don't understand the gameplay mechanics as much.
It seems like it's. I mean, really, you know what I see when I look at this?
What?
I see people sitting around at the studio saying, "What do we do now that we're done with Dishonored?" And it's like, you know what? The Bioshock's done. Let's do Bioshock. It seems like they're taking all of the mechanics that they developed for Dishonored, but applying them to more of a Bioshock game design. Because it seems fairly linear. You have specific bosses. You have to go kill targets. And you're supposed to kill all of these targets, who I guess will stay dead permanently when you kill them. And this will somehow get you closer to being able to leave the island, I think.
Okay.
And then there is an option, I believe, to invade other people's game modes and play as the lady.
It's like the Dark Souls.
I think it's an invasion mechanic, not an AI thing.
Sometimes people bend the rules, and sometimes they break them.
Blah, 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 blah.
Were you talking when I was talking?
Oh yeah, that's just that's just Dishonored.
Yeah, precisely. but Bioshock, environment stuff, and I think more Bioshocky level design, because I don't think it's obviously Dishonored is like open world hub with big levels.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure this is more or less
So what happens when you
like wide linear, I think.
Everything goes back to normal, obviously.
normal?
I'm glad we're getting some gameplay for this actually, but it's like I don't know. This is such a weird little. That guy, did he not? Did he just not know? I guess he just didn't know.
He's very sneaky, okay?
Whatever you say.
He's very sneaky, Joey.
Dying isn't the end. Reprise is one of the powers you can unlock. It allows you to die and rewind twice before the loop restarts. You have also seen
Shadows die
that
twice.
allows you to yank enemies around and shift.
For half a second, his gun had a Call of Duty Black Ops 4 skin on it when he was respawning. When he was doing that weird prismatic
about.
crap.
Colt, do you need my help?
Nah, I'm fine.
To keep getting yourself killed.
Yeah, Liberty asked a good question. Is this gonna be like? Is it gonna have like roguelike elements to it, or?
I think that it may be a roguelite, but I'm pretty sure that if you kill bosses, they're just done. I think there's targets that you kill and then they're done.
Here's where Kart died. You can absorb your body to regain Residium, a resource that allows you to save your favorite weapons and abilities between loops.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So there we go.
Definitely roguelite.
Arsenal of weapons, abilities, and upgrades that you can mix and match between missions to suit your playstyle or the needs of a specific task.
You know, I've never really played any of the Dishonored games. I don't have a reason. I just never ended up doing it. But I think I'd have a good time with those. Uh-oh.
That guy didn't have good strategy for fighting that turret. It's bad strategy.
He never really thought he'd be betrayed by the machines that he
Use the
loved.
haptic feedback and the adaptive trigger of the PS5's DualSense controller to bring an extra layer of
Oh boy, imagine investing development resources in figuring out all the haptic feedback crap, and then someone walks into the room and says, "We're never gonna make a PS5 game ever again."
Very impressive.
But yeah, it seems like they're just taking a bunch of Dishonored abilities and remixing them to be... They're still stealth tools, but it's like very plasmid.
Yeah.
Except like the old, not the whatchamacallit, not the infinite style of plasmid, where they all do essentially the same thing.
And it seems like maybe compared to Dishonored, there's going to be more incentive to not just stealth everywhere, but actually engage. Because I've never played the Dishonored games, but one of the things that I hear talk about as kind of a complaint is like the way the stealth is set up. It's like you end up, for the most part, people just play like a super duper safe, like boring way that takes a very long time.
Yeah.
And that's anything. It's like you have the option to do it, but especially since you can just save whenever. So you have the save scum problem.
But this
like,
son of
I want
this,
to do a perfect
this
run.
son of a gun actually has like real firepower, whereas in Dishonored, I mean, you can get guns, but you're not really supposed to use them that much, and they're not very good for open combat. So
That's another rat game. You can turn into rats in that, can't you?
yeah, you can be a rat in that game.
Okay. So that's 3 rat games today. You might be. I'm saying that we're gonna say 2.5 because there's not confirmation you can turn into rats in this game, but you never know.
Who knows?
Controlled by another player or the AI, she's the real deal.
Okay, AI or the other
Extra
player.
vigilant when she's on the hunt.
Yahoo.
I didn't know you liked to party.
Ain't my style.
You're all business all the time, aren't you? What is your style exactly?
Chit-chatting when I should be
That's really the first like stealth kill we've gotten hardly from, except for landing on him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll smoke anywhere, man. I'll smoke at the doctor's office. I'll smoke at a funeral. I'll smoke when people are eating their breakfast right next to me. Fuck your fried eggs. You know what I'm saying?
The wolves play a sick game. Whoever fails to impress the others with their evil deeds goes into the grinder and onto the dinner menu. Let's see if we can rig the outcome.
All right. Well,
Very Hitman. We're
very
gonna rig the outcome instead of
Yeah.
just shooting everybody with guns.
There was a Hitman speedrun last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
AGDQ?
Oh yeah. GDQ's going on.
Which
right
one
now,
did they
so-
play?
They played 3,
Okay.
but
The new 3.
new 3, yeah.
I don't remember the subtitles for all the old ones.
I don't know.
What's up, sluts?
It could be Alexis, but it could also be another masked speaker. So let's hear him out and not take the shot.
There were deaths, lawsuits, whatever. Profits far outstretched our small legal fees. We made millions that year. Cheap bastards who died, they could have afforded it. If it was
Oh, dude, it's freaking. This is the Neil Breen, like morphing into people's houses and saying we
Oh my God.
we defraud the country for X amounts of dollars every. We defraud it. We treat everybody poorly at our company. Isn't that immoral? Isn't that cheating the public? Who was that guy? I don't know. And then,
thought
and
you
then this
knew him.
happens.
I was gonna say he just killed him, so he didn't have to go down here and wreak havoc. But you know, it's more entertaining this way. Whatever this weird gun. I have to say, so far I've not been able to figure out hardly any of the guns he's picked up, which is a good thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
It means they're weird and unique. Wonder how many you can have on you. Because it said it talked about saving your favorite guns, but he switched between.
That was a
3 of
corner
them.
peek there.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yeah, it seems from what I've observed that it's like each target has like kind of their own little world that's not quite a Dishonored level of like here's like a really complex house or facility you're sneaking through. It's more like here's a section of the city.
Okay.
It has a bunch of crap going on. You have to and it's you have like a hitman target you have to kill, and then once you killed that person, then that aspect of the road, like you finish that section of the roguelike. And even if the loop restarts, that person stays dead.
Speaking of roguelikes, did they ever patch any of the major problems from not Resurgence, not Revengeance, the other PS4 game, PS5 game, Returnal?
Returnal.
Yeah,
I think that got some patches. Yeah.
I hope so.
I don't know how
'Cause I want to
thoroughly
give
it
that
got
a
patched.
shot, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, cool.
Now, where's look we got at
That's a
that?
wrap for today.
That's
All
it.
right.
That's it, ladies and
More
gentlemen.
breaking news and updates before you know it. See you soon.
Why don't you give us a
Yahoo.
date? Do you really think they would just give the date for the next one? You know?
No, that's too much.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Chief.
Gamers have short-term memory, so it wouldn't matter.
I suppose that's true.
Well, we did it. Yay. It's
We
over.
Listen,
it's about what we
It
expected.
was timing worked out, and it was like we didn't get to stream any of E3, so it was like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not just hang out for a little bit? Joey and I are gonna hang out for a bit and probably watch the finale of Legend of Korra because we didn't get to do that when we were hanging out last time. We were watching some of that in between filming stuff, and we didn't get to watch the final episode because it was very late by the time we finished with that recording session. So we'll probably watch not the finale of the whole show, the finale of season 1. If I didn't
Yes.
say season 1, we're watching that now.
No, my phone started buzzing, so I was hoping I was going to be getting some disappointment from this messages, but nobody's talking yet. So.
Yeah, I don't know,
Oh.
because it's a on one hand, I would not have really expected much, but on the other hand, I'm like, okay, well, we don't know how many of these are going to do. Let's assume they're doing 2 more, at least one that's going to really showcase Horizon and one that's going to really showcase
Yeah.
God of War. And it's like, are they for those going to do 21 minutes of other then 9 minutes of main game? Or
What did they do for the Ratchet one? Because the Ratchet one, seemed like the opposite. It was like a few minutes of the other stuff.
it was
and then
one
just-
trailer and then 21 minutes of Ratchet. That's
Yeah.
my thing, right? Is that if the other 2 are more like that, then they really didn't show much other stuff.
Yes.
And then I'm like, but who knows what they're going to do? Who knows what they're going to do? And better yet, who cares? Really, we just wanted to hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, and it was like, well, this is happening. Originally, I was going to have D&D, and then somebody was like, sorry, fellas. And it's like, all right, let's just watch this crap.
It saved me a lot of trouble because Joey got to get lunch for me, which I really appreciated because I was hungry.
I'm glad you enjoyed the food.
I appreciated it. Anyway, we can hang out for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today? I'm gonna flip on some more lights because it's a little bit dark on us.
What's everybody up to? How's it going? How was your 4th, everybody? If you're from America, did you have big fun America Day? If you're not from America, did you care at all? Who knows?
You should have celebrated anyway.
Celebrate my freedom.
Celebrate everybody. We stood up to the primary antagonists of the last 4 centuries, Britain. We started the anti-imperialism movement, okay?
We stuck it to those beans on toast, fellas.
We stuck it to the beans on toast guys, and the rest of the world followed suit. A few years later, they were killing people by the hundreds every day in France, all right? That was an example that we set. They took it a little bit too far, but that's okay.
Doing us proud.
They took it a little bit too far, and then Napoleon came in to take things over, and then he took it too far. And then France hasn't taken it far enough ever since.
Oui. Hon.
Green Cap said he started playing Final Fantasy XIV. Enjoying that so far.
My friend keeps alluding that he's gonna force me to start playing again, and I'm bolstering my resistances because I don't want to play it again. My basement was flooded 3 days ago. Well, that's not good, Brian. Unless you wanted it flooded. I doubt you did.
New water feature. Miss Cappuccino said playing FF14 and enjoying an Elsa-less day. Do you mean that no snow, no ice? You mean it's just warm where you are? I don't know how to interpret Elsa-less.
No, Elsa's the new hurricane.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Of course. There you go.
Whoopsie.
This tells you how much attention I've been paying to the news recently.
I had to think. I was like, why is that name? Why have I been hearing that name?
I haven't watched any news lately because I've been very, 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 very busy. Which is why Uncharted 2 finale is still not ready to come out, even though I was planning on having it come out tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
I believe it should have been out last week, but I've been too busy to do that. So it was going to come out tomorrow, and that's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to come out on Saturday or Sunday now. But that's fine. It'll come out eventually. It will come out eventually. Did I have anything important that I needed to share or
Mr. Jambola, it's not too late. It's never too late to quit a gacha game. You gotta get out.
Fox in Space back on.
Why not? It's good music.
Oh, sweet. There's the Uncharted 3 thingy.
Subway! Woo!
The Uncharted 3 Subway TV commercial showed up in my recommends. Which I'm not going to play because it has spoilers for Uncharted 3. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, they showed off a new trailer for Sonic Colors earlier today.
Did they?
Yeah, just showing off some new features. There's now a mode where you can play levels racing against Metal Sonic to unlock customizable stuff. You can give Sonic different boots and gloves, shoes and gloves, and I think I don't know if you can change the skin color or not, but you can give him Halo-style like auras, like on Reach. You know how on Reach you get like storm clouds around you and pestilence. Yeah, you can like put light. I think one of the things I wasn't quite clear. It looked like one of the pre-orders was that your boost effect changes to look like his boost effect from the movie.
Okay.
I guess I think it's like a lightning effect or something.
Yeah.
So I guess instead of just a streak, it's like electricity all over the place. Eric, what are you planning for after the Uncharted series? F all.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Well, so I guess I'm gonna put out an update video about this in a couple of days, but I might as well. Joey doesn't actually know some of this yet, so I'll give you all the skinny real quick. I'll give you the skinny. Basically, we have filmed all of Uncharted 3. We filmed it a while ago, and that was gonna be out relatively quickly. I was hoping to get it out relatively quickly after Uncharted 2. That's not gonna happen. For reasons I'll get to in a second. We also shot Uncharted 4 a couple of weeks ago. We got it filmed. The idea was Josh really wanted to be in it. He was only in town for a couple of weeks, so we shot the whole thing. It was actually do not get excited because you're not gonna see this for months. It was actually, most of it was a 4-person. It was me, Joey, Aiden, and Joshua. We all shot it. Aiden, unfortunately, was not able to be in the back half of the shoot, and it was just myself, Joey, and Joshua. Anyway, basically, Joey doesn't know this yet. After he left that night, I didn't text him about it because it wasn't important. I went and checked some of the footage that we shot, and about 2 hours, 2.5, yeah, 2.5 hours worth of the footage that we shot was corrupted. It doesn't exist anymore.
Great. What about the audio?
Our audio is fine, and the new capture device that I got, because it's a weirdo FE thing, I don't know, like it doesn't have some of the problems the old one did, but it has its own problems, including apparently sometimes it generates a file that's the right amount of gigabytes, but just there's nothing there, and it can't unpack it, and you can't watch it. Which
It wouldn't be this channel without shenanigans like this.
I'd used that thing so much and never had this issue, so I'm really pissed. Anyway, just so you know, I'm not going to spoil anything. Joey, you will recall after one of the kind of reveals, there's a lengthy segment where you're inside of a house. And then after that, there's a lengthy segment where you're kind of going uphill. You're in kind of a jungle area.
Yeah.
So we lost all of that.
All right.
And then we lost the very last recording, which was the last bit of the game and like main menu. So the good news is that since I have the game audio and our commentary, I should be able to replay those narrative-heavy segments pretty close to what we did originally.
I was going to say, like, some of that stuff that's not gameplay shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, we lost more or less the best sections of the game that we could have lost for easily replicating them. Though the gameplay-heavy hour following that house will be more or less impossible to directly replicate.
Right.
So I'll probably have to record new commentary and cut in our old commentary wherever I can get it. Like, I'll fudge it and get it close enough that it feels natural, right? Especially when like the characters are talking.
You'll be like those fellas that are making the old game grunts like John Tron, like fake like new gameplay that you showed me.
What? I don't think I showed you that.
You showed me that a while ago.
Remind me about this?
It was where you were telling me about where it's like they use like Aaron and JonTron audio and like new footage and like just create new jokes and new commentary for fake things.
I don't think I've seen this, but I believe that it exists.
It's crazy.
I believe that it exists.
It's crazy in just about every meaning of the word you can think of because that's
stupid.
Whatever. Hey, it's not for me. It's for somebody, I'm sure.
But yeah. Anyway, so regardless, because I lost this footage, it will take me quite a while to put all that back together, and I still have all of 3 to edit.
Right.
And in general, Joe, you know that recently I haven't talked about it with the audience, and I'm not going to talk about all of it. I've had a litany of technical difficulties over the last couple of months. This is not unusual for us.
No, it's not.
But it's been very bad recently.
It has.
Finding out about this was kind of like... so I have basically decided,
You decided we're going to DSP route, where we're just gonna have a camera behind us recording.
I like editing these things, and I like shooting these things. I do not like technical difficulties and all the other stuff that's going along with this, because frankly, it's really stressful, and I have a real full-time job now, and I'm spending 50 to 60% of my time on stuff that is not fun, and this is my hobby. So, I'm done. Not making YouTube videos, but I think I'm going to completely reassess what Let's Plays look like on the channel going forward for quite some time. Switch away from Fox and Space. I'm gonna slap on some. The shapes are all wrong, but don't worry about it. Bam! Forget it. Don't worry about it.
Close enough. Oh.
That's the wrong thing.
Oh.
Psych! That's the wrong number.
He's working background magic right now that I don't quite understand.
I'm just changing how things look, and I clicked on. There's multiple elements that are invisible on that OBS layout right now. Anyway, so this basically, I have just decided that our like edited Let's Plays. I'm kind of over it. Well, here's the thing. I really prefer that format to streaming personally, and we can do a lot more. And like I don't know, not a lot more with it, but like I like a lot of the control that I have over it and the ability to edit stuff in, and the fact that we're not like, even if we film for 8 hours or whatever, we take breaks.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than the pace of streaming sometimes.
It's always tiring.
And I put probably more effort than I should into audio editing of like raising our volume and taking it down and get like really adjusting it to make a really, really nice viewing experience. Because a lot of Let's Players just like put the audio, they duck it to this level for the game and they leave it there. Unless it's like a cutscene or whatever, right? And it takes me a long time to cut even 1 hour of a Let's Play because I'm doing a lot of stuff with the audio typically to try and provide just because I like doing it and I like providing a good listening experience. But I just think that, number one, we're kind of not running out of stuff that's interesting to us, but like we don't have a ton of plans for like big series to do anyway. So I think I'm kind of like, I think Uncharted, and I've got to edit these. And then after that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I think I want to do none of that for a while. I think I'm going to refocus on streaming and the research log for a bit, and also main channel.
Right.
Way off in the future, way off in the future, we will at some point film Sonic Adventure 2, and that will be a edited Let's Play.
Yeah.
And that we will shoot live, not like, because the other, we will shoot Sonic Adventure 2 in our normal fashion.
Yes.
Because you really need that spontaneity, but also the freedom of editing.
Oh yeah.
Because the alternative that reduces a lot of these problems is, so for example, something like what happened on the Uncharted 4 playthrough would not happen if I was pre-recording all of the game footage, editing it, turning it into like a .mov or whatever, and then we sat down and watched it and commentated over it. Because if I lose 2 hours of footage, I say, oh well, I reload a save file and I record it again. And I cut a very specific file, which I just then hit play on and we talk over it, right? You lose the spontaneity and like the ability for us to go, turn around, what was that? Because I played it beforehand. But it drastically cuts down on the potential for technical difficulties, because all game footage related technical difficulties are dealt with before filming day and can be dealt with, and they don't generate headaches anymore. And in terms of like audio issues, the only issues we've ever had recording audio, other than like desync issues, which are actually significantly reduced in this style, where I have to do way less work to adjust desync. The only issues are like if I literally forget to hit record on the audio, which has happened once or twice, or if I'm accidentally recording via the wrong microphone, which happened on episode 3 of the research log. Both of those things have happened like twice, ever. Right? I guess the wrong microphone happened once. So it's point is like the chances of something going wrong with the audio are significantly lower. So I just like it'd be much easier for me. I'd just be doing stuff that I like and not stuff that's stressing me out. Allie W, I want you to force Aiden to play another game. Otherwise, I'm cool with whatever you do. I don't think forcing Aiden to play another game is going to happen, because probably we're going to, unless it's a stream. I may force her to play a game on stream, but for a proper Let's Play, it'll probably be mostly pre-recorded, except for the remaining Uncharted games. We may do pre-recorded for Lost Legacy, but I don't. Ask me again in like 3 months. We only finished filming Uncharted 4 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
we did it real quick, and I've been kind of like reassessing everything, and I gotta be real with you. I'm kind of effing pissed off. I was really just oh my god for a little while there. So I'm still reassessing a lot of stuff at the moment. But anyway, so plan.
Like I said, DSP doesn't have to deal with these.
It's
problems.
true. DSP doesn't have to deal with these problems. He just has to play all of Persona 3 for a Patreon stretch goal, and then say no, not going to do it anymore when he gets to the final boss and he's pissed off and quit. But
he made it to the final boss of 3. And
he made it to Nyx and said, "F this, I'm done."
Oh my god, that's the worst take I've ever heard.
He couldn't figure out how to beat Nyx.
Oh my god.
What
do you mean how? You just keep fighting.
He couldn't figure out how to beat Nyx, dude.
It's not a puzzle fight. You just keep hitting.
He couldn't figure it out.
Put it on easy
quit.
and auto attack.
Anyway, no, we've never played Jump Force.
No, even I haven't.
Just checking. Anyway, so with this in mind, something like Mario Galaxy, right, was pre-recorded, where I filmed all that ahead of time, and then it was, except for the last episode, which the 3 of us all filmed together.
Yes.
It was mostly Aiden and myself filming remotely. She was in her place with a microphone, I was in my place with a microphone. We both turned on a YouTube video and then talked over it. We did the same thing for the Vanquish video. So that's an example of what I mean when I talk about the footage being pre-recorded, right? Aiden and I started making a pre-recorded Let's Play that we could film remotely of a much bigger game, not a round, but we were gonna do a full playthrough. We only shot like 5 hours, and that was 6 months ago because I got very busy with other things. Now that I'm probably pivoting to this style anyway, we will probably go back and pick that Let's Play up. And ideally, what will happen is that Let's Play will start airing around the same time as 3. Uncharted 3, that is. And it's a much longer game than both of the Uncharted, so probably it will run concurrently to Uncharted's 3 and 4. And for right now, that's all I want to... For right now, the only thing I'm going to promise is Uncharted's 3 and 4 will come out eventually, but you probably won't see episode 1 of Uncharted 3 for at least 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. Hopefully a little bit faster than that, but I really want to get, like, I want to get as much of it done as I can before I start releasing any of it. And I now have a full-time job, which I do a lot of it remotely from home, but I'm also out of town a decent bit. So I don't want to commit to releasing that until I know hopefully there's not going to be gaps. Similarly, I just need to focus on main channel stuff for a bit. Like I was saying earlier, I really need to just make more stuff for over there because I've been not doing that, which is, you know, slightly problematic. Hold on a second. What have I got over here?
What you looking for?
I don't know. I dumped a bunch of stuff into my stream backing and stream startup playlists, and a bunch of the new stuff isn't organized. I just like dumped 5 tracks from this soundtrack, 5 tracks from that soundtrack in, and they're not like mixed around yet. I'll just go right here. Why not?
Which one is this? Don't think I've heard this one.
This is the theme from Zodiac Age, the HD version of 12. This is the Chocobo theme for that game.
Did they change it? Did they change the soundtrack for the newer one?
Orchestral.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to, because the original was a very good PS2 soundboard soundtrack, but they re-recorded everything for Zodiac Age.
Okay.
In fact, I think I've said this before on the show, Zodiac Age has 3 soundtrack options now. Because when it first came out, you could pick the PS2 version or the re-orchestrated version. And then they patched it a bit later on to add in the soundtrack version. Because back when the PS2 game came out, they also did another recording of the soundtrack at a higher sound quality than what the PS2 could handle and released it on disc.
Ooh.
So if you bought the soundtrack for 12 back in the day, it was actually higher quality than what was in the game. But then they didn't use that for Zodiac Age. They re-recorded the soundtrack for Zodiac Age again.
God.
So the Zodiac Age now has 3 different versions of the soundtrack you can pick from.
Good gravy.
Could you do a little Skywalker Saga on stream when it comes out? Oh, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is never coming out. LEW.
I wasn't sure. I read that and I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's the new Lego Star Wars game that was announced like 3 years ago, and it's just like
it's just
gone,
faded into dust. It faded into.
It's supposedly coming out this year.
What?
I have
joke's gone. What is the currency in Lego Star Wars? What is it called? Studs.
Yeah.
Studs.
Freaking, you know that Beavis and Butthead meme where the drill sergeant is talking about, you know, we're gonna be talking about and people replace it with whatever. Somebody just replaced it with the different studs and the sound and the increasingly like valuable ones and the different sound. We're gonna be talking about the ting. We're gonna be talking about the ting. We're gonna be talking about the ting. Do you think that's funny, Beavis? Do you think we're gonna be? You think it's funny that we're gonna be talking about the brr 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 like the mini kit?
Oh man, when are we streaming 100% Lego Star Wars?
So you say that. I was just about to say I was adding more games to my potential games to stream list yesterday, and I realized I hadn't put Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga on it.
Oh my gosh.
So I put that on there, and I'm not gonna let the people see it, but I'm gonna let you see it, Joey. That's for work. That's for my job. Hold on.
Okay, also, the comments are covered up. Somebody asked, hey, do you think I should jailbreak my Switch? Probably not.
No, don't do that.
Probably not. I tried to get modded Smash Brothers on my Wii, and guess what doesn't work anymore?
So, what's probably going to wind up happening with streams is I'm probably going to pick a game that I just want to play. That's just like, that's my pick, and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Then I'm probably going to put a poll on Patreon of like 4 games, and then Patreons will be able to vote on another game, and then I'll rotate between those 2, and occasionally like probably just play like, you know, I like to just like pick a multiplayer game and like play a little bit of Titanfall, play a little bit of Call of Duty 4, play a little bit of Mario Kart 8, whatever, right? So these are just ideas. I'm not sure I'm going to do any of these. These are just things that I wrote down as like these would be potentially interesting to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga is on there now. There's a couple on here that would be like specifically I would probably only do if I was doing them with you. And other ones would be like would or wouldn't do, whatever.
I really like this one.
Anyway, but so yeah, what's probably gonna happen for a while is research runs in general is gonna slow down for a bit. I may stream once a week, maybe once every other week. Gonna try and do some more research log, and I'm gonna probably just be working on. I'm probably gonna be grinding out stuff on the main channel for a while because I went pretty hard for a couple months ago. I went pretty hard and blasted out a bunch of stuff, and none of them really moved a lot. So I'm reassessing what potentially I'm gonna do. And instead of like working really hard to get like a video done every week or every other week like I was doing for a bit there, I think I'm gonna make a crap ton of stuff and just keep it in my back pocket and then like a month or two from now, just start. But again, because I have a real job now. I mean, I was doing freelance stuff before this. I've been doing freelance stuff for the last couple years, which sometimes would be like I'm busy all week, but sometimes it would be like I don't have anything for a month, you know?
Yes.
So it was just gonna be whatever.
Oh, there we go. I checked, I was like, did anybody send messages? And I just saw, well, what a waste of time.
Someone asked, are you excited? Are any of you excited for the new Sonic next year? You know what? 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 You know what, guys?
What? I know what. What do you know?
Sonic. What was that damn stream called? Sonic Stream. I'm just gonna Google Sonic Stream. That's not what I want.
That's not it.
Ooh, is this it? Was this the one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that seems like it.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
We're just gonna turn this on in the background and barely talk about it.
About Sonic.
Yeah, so this
Sonic-oo.
was, I think this is when we were filming Uncharted 3, actually, and Aiden was here.
Yes.
And I was just like, let's put on the Sonic stream before we get started, and we just kind of crap talked it the entire time. But we didn't get to film that or anything. No. So let's put it back on and we can crap talk it occasionally.
Oh boy.
While talking about other stuff.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Sonic 30th anniversary.
Woo!
Yahoo!
Sonic speed.
Like this stream.
Couldn't stand this.
Couldn't stand this stream.
I love that his name is Ivo Robotnik.
But here's the thing, the like hour and a half like orchestra that they put out. Good stuff. If you care about Sonic and Sonic music anyway, it's weird. It's like you watch the concerts, and it's like, oh yeah, this is made by people that care about this franchise. I just wish literally anyone at
Sega cared. I don't want Japanese. Oh, there's no English subtitles except the auto-generated ones. That's fine. Whatever. But yeah. So ideally, I'm going to be streaming maybe once a week, maybe less than that, maybe once every 2 weeks.
Don't worry, Onimax Boy, you didn't really miss much in the state of play.
Yeah, so now we're looking at the Sonic presentation
just because
we can.
Somebody brought it up. That fella right there.
Yeah.
What a king.
Frickin' Sonic.
Frickin' Fricks.
Frickin' Fricks. You were telling me about this, but I did not watch it.
It's good.
I skimmed through it because you sent me the freaking image of hero or villain, and I was like, are you hero or dark? And I was like, oh my god. And
that happens towards the end, and of course, you know what plays afterwards, but it's a combination of.
I scrolled through to look at the presentation style and kept it, but I had it muted. I think I was like looking at it, but I was like reading the chat, and people were like, "This is so good! Oh my god!" Whatever. So I was like, oh, I guess. And then you said it was good, and other people said it was good. So.
Yep. Oh yeah. What's up, Uncanny Valley Sonic?
What are you talking about? It's just a mascot.
You're right.
You know what? This mascot needs to be at Super Nintendo Land. Because, I mean, whatever. Yeah, they're all friends now, right?
Why not?
He needs to be at Nintendo Land and Universal. Absolutely. Especially during the Olympics. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games during the 2021 Olympics.
No. That is happening, isn't it? That didn't get canned.
It didn't get canned, but it's only domestic spectators.
Okay. Darn, there goes another one of my chances to go to Nippon Land.
Bye.
Yeah.
Wait. So we were just screaming. You're like, what is this? It was like, it's 2 Point Hospital, dude. What's that? It's a hospital game. Where are you showing it? It has Sonic in it now. What are you talking about? And Aiden was just like watching, like, are these two okay? Is this what's happening?
She's like, I don't understand. It's just a funny little yellow man on screen. Oh yeah.
Dude, more judge eyes.
Oh yeah, I think I told you. I don't know if it shows up on this or not, but there. Oh boy, back to gacha games. There's a Fist of the North Star gacha game that I didn't even know about, and Sonic's in there, and his he goes Super Sonic, and it plays Live and Learn. And it's like, why? Why though? It's like you have like this post-apocalyptic world, and biker people, and just Sonic. He's just there.
A demonic world. Oh, that was the teaser of the Sonic Minecraft thing, which we ignored, and then turned out to be probably the coolest thing that wasn't shown, that should have been shown at this, but just wasn't. That Sonic mod, that Sonic pack, does not even look like a Minecraft mod.
No, it doesn't.
It just looks like its own thing. It's wild.
Yeah. It's like when I heard Sonic Minecraft, I was like, you couldn't pay me to care.
And they
now
showed
I'm
the
like,
trailer. It's like,
well,
what?
you know what? It's like I don't really care, but it's like, no, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun.
It's nifty.
My little cousin will probably like this.
It was nifty.
Is this out? When does this come out?
And they'll show a date at the end, I'm pretty sure. So we'll be reminded. I was looking at the trailer earlier, and I don't remember or care.
Listen, the only thing I care about right now is that those screenshots from the Sonic movie 2, where we're gonna have the Sonic Adventure 2 helicopter.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
It's only gonna be there for funsies, but I don't care. That's good enough for me.
They should have put Get Shadow with guns in it instead. You know what people like. Why aren't you in charge of Sonic owning Max Blade? But yeah. So videos are gonna slow down for a little while. I'm gonna try and stream like once a week if I can. We're gonna do some more.
God, there it is. I forgot about. Get it off the screen.
Yeah, see there. A Sonic movie boost. I assume it means there's gonna be a lightning effect around the boost effect.
Yeah, that's right. September. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna finish Gravity Rush. Probably pick up a couple of other things. Where were you? Photographing squirrels? You're fired. Chief, the planetarium party. Oh right, you're on fire. I need you. Come here. For those who don't know, Roger Craig Smith, it was announced he would no longer be playing Sonic, and then people were like, "Stop," and then they brought him back to continue playing Sonic. But what was funny was shortly, like a little bit before he was fired, he does like nature photography.
Yeah.
And he posted a picture of a squirrel and just captioned it "squirrel." So someone retweeted that and did the scene from from Spider-Man 2, where J. Jonah Jameson is shouting at Peter, "Where were you? Photographing squirrels? You're fired. Get out of here." Chief, the planetarium party. All right, you're on fire. Come here, I need you. It was probably they were going to do the same things what happened with Sonic X, where it's like, oh, we're doing a new TV show, so we have to recast again.
And then they were like...
Someone from Sega of America was like, stop. Stop! See, I don't even mind, like, okay, so some people get, on one hand, voice actors get, like, kind of, like, tossed aside, and, like, they don't get a lot of respect.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, whatever, we're going to recast someone to play that character. Now, it's like, no, that actor is... the character to some extent. You can't just you can't treat it like it's not because they're a voice actor.
Yeah, I mean, Japan, the way they cast people is not that great, but there's a big importance on the voice actors there. Where
yeah,
it's
but
like,
clearly there isn't on Sonic's voice actor. But anyway, what I was gonna get to is that there is that, and I agree that like voice actors should get more respect for what they do because it's difficult, and especially when you get like, oh, whatever, now we're gonna pull on these celebrities to play the character, and it's like they don't have they're not good in a booth.
It's like you go play Mortal Kombat, and it's like, God, she does not know what she's doing.
But on the other hand, I do not like have a fundamental problem with recasting people who play a role, period.
Right.
Maybe it's just because I'm a lifelong James Bond fan, and I'm like used to the idea of different people playing the same person. It's like as time goes on, actors get older, but a character's still around, so maybe you change it up or whatever. You want to try something different, you know? And I get that. So I'm not like, I don't always get knee-jerk about that. Honestly, the only thing that made me think about it a lot is people being really upset about the recasting on the Final Fantasy VII cast because they think of it as like disrespectful or like there was some kind of conspiracy to like oust those guys because like I think the guy who plays Cloud is in some TV show that's technically distributed by Sony, so it's like this is clearly an attempt to promote that TV show or something, and it's like those guys were all cast for Advent Children.
Yeah. No, and
they're playing totally different characters.
So the way I feel about it, specifically in the series, is I feel about the same way. But I feel if you're going to change, voice actors without just because, I prefer it when there's going to be a shift in the series to an extent. Like you said, James Bond, it's like every actor kind of that era is different.
Yeah.
It's like Sonic, it's kind of the same way, where it's, like we had forbid I say boom, but it's like redesign and whatnot. Like Sonic has had a different outfit and change all these times. Like if you're going to make a new Sonic, it's like I don't mind having a new voice actor for it. Being said, Roger Craig Smith does a fine job, so I don't mind him staying.
Oh, dude, the werehog, dude. Remember when they showed this and we were like, no, and Aiden was like, what? And we were like, the werehog, Aiden. And she was like, the what?
We were like, we told you about this, Aiden. Why did he show up? Because there was no Sonic. I'm not even paying attention anymore.
It's DLC for the mobile phone game.
You're right.
This.
Oh my god.
This is just that PSP game.
I mean, going beyond that, this is just
There's Amy in some kind of baseball outfit down there.
This is just the 2010s, like, very popular, like, oh god, what was that big mobile
Check
game?
that out. Huh?
So what was the big mobile game that was just this exact
Big
formula?
Fishing Adventure 3, you mean?
I wish.
You said the big mobile phone game. I was
Oh my
confused.
god. No, the one that's just like that. It's like Temple Run, I think is what it was.
Yeah, just endless runners in general.
Yeah. This is the only one that's really survived, I guess. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the mobile games or nothing like that. I'm not a loser who plays games on his phone.
What was I even talking about? I completely lost it because I saw the werehog. Completely.
It's
All
what
other
does
thoughts
it.
ended. My brain went smooth.
There
That's
he
how
is.
you react to the werehog. There's no other way to react
This
to it,
is what
really.
peak male physique and design looks like.
I was talking about voice actors. So, like, I like the cast who played the FF7 characters back in the day, but even back in the day, they got recast. Like, Yuffie had multiple voice actresses. And it's like, at number one, some of them were doing a really good job. Like, I liked Steve Burton well enough, or not Steve Burton. I think that was his name. The guy who played Cloud. I liked him, but he was so... Number one, he was playing a different version of Cloud.
I was going to say, the Advent Children Cloud and
Kingdom Hearts Cloud and everything Cloud.
Yeah, very different.
And beyond that, he doesn't give a crap anymore.
I don't know who this fella is, but I really like that his title is Man of Action. I don't know what that means.
I really like.
Man of Action
It's
Entertainment.
the guys who are making the new show. It's the guys who are making. No, we
Okay.
joked at the time.
Yeah,
it was like
yeah,
he's just
yeah.
a man of action. And they were like, oh, it's the name of the studio. But yeah. The whatchamacallit. Damn words again. In Dissidia NT, you can tell he just does not care about playing Cloud anymore.
Yeah.
He's just so over it. I don't even mean like that. Oh well, since he doesn't care anymore, he should be kicked out or whatever. It's just like they recast people. There were people in the cast who I think needed to be recast probably. The guy who played Barrett before had only ever done like 12 Barrett lines total because he has like 2 lines in Advent Children and 5 lines in Dirge of Cerberus, and that's all he'd ever done, I think.
There's also a situation where it's like when that much time has passed, it's like don't expect them to retain the same amount.
And Aerith is the only like Aerith voice actress I've ever really liked was Mandy Moore in Kingdom Hearts 1. And there was just like that she sounds like a human being and not like gross like Advent Children and KH2 Aerith. The one who played her after that, whose name I forget, who has been doing her since Crisis Core, and she also was in like the Remind DLC and other stuff. Like she's the non-remake Aerith voice. She's fine, but I really like the lady who does it in remake. Anyway, God, and then merch, dude, that merch.
Speedia.
This was I almost wish we'd filmed it because we were just so aggressively mean when we were watching it. But I don't think we would have been as mean.
Yeah. Woo! Wearing all 4 of those at once. Yahoo.
Hell yeah, dude.
If I saw this collecting dust in the back of a store, I'd probably pick it up.
That's your Sonic Bitcoin.
Why this website looks like the Domino's UI of ordering Domino's online.
This deliver it fast, dude. The Noid and the Sonic have a lot of spiritual crossover, okay? It's only natural that their websites would feel the same.
Who was the Hatsune Miku one? Was that also Domino?
Jake R says, we still make games, guys, the presentation.
I don't think we are done.
Yeah, and then they said we're making a Sonic game, and he made a God of War rune, and we made jokes about how it's a crossover with God of War, and then we were done and we filmed Uncharted 3.
Yep. And then ever since then, the crazy people online they've been picking apart this trailer, and it's like this is clearly a Sonic Adventure remake because the bend in his shoe is like the bend in the shoe in Sonic Adventure 1.
On the Max Blade, it says something that I kind of agree with, which is that Aerith still isn't good character-wise in Crisis Core, just like Cloud. It's only OG and remake. I don't hate Aerith Crisis Core as much as some people do, but yeah, she's a bit funky in that game. Zach has to mansplain to her about selling flowers. He gives her the ideas to sell the flowers.
Okay, very cool.
Among
I was
other
right.
things.
Domino is Hatsune Miku. Thank you for justifying me. So, and listen, there's been Sonic Hatsune Miku crossover, so now we just need the Noid in there. I need Miku in a Noid outfit now. I need Sonic in a Hatsune Miku outfit.
Mayor Domino and Hart. Oh boy. Pizza jokes. Pizza jokes!
So yeah, that was the presentation.
That was the Sonic presentation that we didn't get to stream.
They said, "Don't worry, we're making a new Sonic. We're not gonna show you anything, though."
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys.
It'll
be good. We promise.
A 6 trillion leaks online keep saying it's a game called Sonic Rangers, and there's a bunch of shared details about it being like an open world thing. But it's like I don't care.
Code Geass Pizza Hut promo.
Yeah.
Was that in Code Ment or not? Did they incorporate that?
Oh, I don't know. Analysis and
God, I forget the freaking bit from Code Ment where he's like, "Why did you leave me? Cause you're unstable and cause you're an unstable psychopath." No. It's one of my favorite jokes from that whole thing. And also the "I'm gonna kick it" with the freaking mounted turret.
God, I feel that Norwega saying. No, it was Brian that said it. I'm sorry. Saying I just want Sonic to have a better moveset in Smash. God.
Joey's been on this for 15 years now.
Ever since he was in Brawl, and I'm playing the Subspace Emissary, and he shows up for the final fight, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use him in the final fight, and I'm like, what is this moveset? And it's like I know how to play him now. He's not very fun.
For his neutral B, he wields a spin. For his side B, he wields a spin. And for his down B, he wields a spin.
But no, you don't worry. You can cross up because one of them jumps first and the other one
spins.
Doesn't jumps, and some whatever. Blah blah blah. I played Tekken Fella yesterday in Smash.
Tekken Fella.
He's fun. He no.
We're gonna be talking about Tekken. We're gonna be talking about input.
No, I had not watched the stream where showing off his character at all. Yeah. And we were just playing. We played a 4-man just mirror match with him. Like, this is fun. It's like, hang on, fellas, let me pause and just check out the moveset. And then it's like you have his core moves, and then under that you have an explanation of the rage. And then there are 3 pages of it's like inputs. And I was like, all right.
I adore.
That is staying true to Tekken, that's for sure.
I adore that in one-on-ones. His throws change the camera angle.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. There was absolutely no need to do that, but it's perfect. It's fantastic.
The end of the very first match when there was just 2 people left, we were like none of us really know what he's doing. All of a sudden, gets a command grab and goes in the air, and the camera just zooms in and just very fun. See, that's all it takes. It's all it takes to get a gamer like me excited. Jake says the moves list for Kazuya makes me smooth brain. Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh boy.
But also, you can just press A a bunch of times and then it combos, and you feel like you're a big fighting game winner.
Yeah. We are left to wonder because I really think like with the format that they're doing with these state of plays, it's just impossible to predict what the hell they're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
And they're clearly doing a number of these spaced out to just spread their news stories out and to get like eyeballs on specific things that they want to showcase. And it's like, are they going to do 21 minutes of other and then one core game, and that's going to be the format going forward? Or are they going to do like a dedicated God of War stream with one trailer and legitimately, when is FF16 going to show up?
The question is, how many more of these are we going to get before they figure out what they want to do with the formula? Because it's been different every time.
And it's always been bad.
Every single time. Get one human being on screen to say, hey, guys.
Hey, guys, it's me.
It's me.
Mike Cerny.
It's me. It's your new friend. My name's Jeff. And I'm going to be here with you for the next 20 minutes and for every upcoming stream.
Hi, one of us should do that. I think we'd be really good at that, actually. Okay. I think I'd love to be the PlayStation. Like I'm Jacob, your PlayStation friend, and today we're going to talk about PlayStation games.
He just progressively.
We will not be talking about inputs.
Each one it progressively gets weirder. Where you say, "Hey, I am your friend." You sit down. It's like, "Tell me about your day."
It gets closer and closer to a Devolver presentation as it goes on.
That's fascinating. Anyway, here's the presentation we have for you today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a better day next time.
Do you guys see the trailer?
It's right there.
We'll have to ask the map to help us find this next trailer.
Various, like, PlayStation people appear, and it's like, oh, it's the mask from the Crash Bandicoot, whose name I forget, and it's like, it just badly photoshopped into the screen.
I'm not gonna. I'll show it to you later. I was gonna pull up a shit post, but I'll do it later. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it on stream.
No shit posts on stream.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so yeah, not sure what the channel's gonna look like for a little while. Uncharted 2 finale will be out this weekend, but unfortunately, I will do a proper update video with more details soon for you guys. And I may go ahead and announce what that... I haven't made a decision yet, so I'm not going to make a hasty decision here on stream when I haven't thought about it a ton. Even if that pre-recorded thing that I was talking about that Aiden and I got started on, even if we do not wind up releasing that, I may go ahead and just tell you guys what it was and be like, I don't know, maybe 5 months from now I'll feel like finishing it, but don't count on it. You know, I have no idea. But I'll give you guys... I'll do an update video to give you guys and everyone else a better, like, outlook of, yeah, I guess you could say it devolves. It becomes more of a Devolver Digital phrase. Yeah, so we will, Anubis Black points this out. This is what renewed the voice actor thing. It was like, the voice actors in Space Jam 2 aren't even being credited because, besides, of course, the celebrity voices. In the trailer, it's just like, you know, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and then it gets to Lola, and Zendaya as Lola Bunny.
Ugh.
Yeah, lame, right?
Awful.
You don't like that. We don't want that. That's not good. That was part of why the voice actor discussion was going on recently.
Space Jam 2 isn't even going to be worth pirating. It's not even going to be worth a
Listen,
thought.
the original one wasn't good either.
Yeah, but...
They're both trash.
Yeah, but the difference is I have the soundtrack for the original one.
It's true. The only thing that will elevate this one is potentially good soundtrack, but it's like, this sounds odd, but it's like, I would much rather watch a movie about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It has nothing to do with, like, quality level of, like, them as a basketball player or whatever. It's like, I don't know, like, I don't have anything against LeBron James, but it's just like, the superstar level is just not there.
No.
He isn't, like, the most recognizable son of a bitch on the face of the planet, you know? That was... Michael Jordan finally did a movie in the 90s, and it was Space Jam, right? And it's with Bugs Bunny and all this... I don't know, you can't do that again. It was bad the first time, and you can't do it again.
No.
And the only reason anybody thinks it was good was because they saw it when they were 5, or because the soundtrack made them forget that there were 2 good scenes, and the soundtrack made them forget.
They saw it when they were 5, and then they got in on the memes for like 2 years where it was just different songs mashed up with Quad City DJs.
It's the soundtrack and a couple of good scenes, and that's about it. And it's pretty... Most of the people are talking about is like they're cringing at the references in the new trailers and stuff. It's like Ready Player One or whatever. Like there's some clip released of a Matrix parody scene where Speedy Gonzalez goes bullet time and dodges bullets, and he's just directly inserted into archive footage of the beginning of the Matrix when Trinity gets ambushed. Because they're inside of the Warner Brothers servers, right? So they're pulling from all of the Warner Brothers movies now. Because it's not good enough to have it just be about Looney Tunes.
Of course not.
But to be fair, that's because the original Space Jam is an admission of it's not good enough for it to just be Looney Tunes. It has to have Michael Jordan in it. Mm-hmm. But it's like the original had stuff just as embarrassing. It was just as embarrassing. There was a bit where just for no damn reason, 2 of the Looney Tunes became the 2 guys from Pulp Fiction. For like 1 shot.
Sure.
They just had the costumes on and shot guns at somebody for 1 shot, and that was it. It's
cool.
so stupid.
Noruega is asking about beard and beard maintenance. The secret is get beard shampoo and then just don't care and just let it grow out and just don't ever do anything with it. Just do nothing. Nothing at all. Don't even mess with it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't touch it.
Don't
anger it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't get on its bad side. That's the one advice for you.
But yeah, oh crud.
We were talking about Space Jam.
There's a whole I remember Alex Hirsch, creator of Gravity Falls, one time on like a podcast or something with his girlfriend, whose name is Dana Terrace, I believe. She's now the director of the Owl House on Disney Channel.
Sure.
Or the showrunner. They were doing like a art charity stream, and someone asked, "What do you think of Kingdom Hearts?" And like she was like, "I played it as a kid, and I have fond memories of it, but I haven't touched it in a long time." And Alex Hirsch's response, which is completely fair, and if I ever get around to making the reviews of Kingdom Hearts, I'm going to talk about this in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
I'm going to use his like comment as a jumping off point to talk about some stuff that I find interesting. He said, "I think that Kingdom Hearts is the most cynical thing since Space Jam." And it's specifically because it's like Space Jam is... Looney Tunes used to be immensely popular, but they kind of fell off the face of the earth for a while. And not out of like them becoming lame, but just because the studio was like, oh, we don't know what to do with them. So it was like, let's put a movie with the most popular man on the planet and shove a bunch of pop culture references in. And bam, done. Looney Tunes relevant again, right? And it's like... Mickey Mouse, what do we do with him? Let's give him a sword and let him run around with Sailor Moon. Let's run around with Naruto. Bam! Popularity with the kids, right? And see, what I'm gonna talk about is, like, I get why he thinks that, but I think it comes from I don't think that anybody at the Walt Disney Company was, like, courting the anime crowd. Because if anything, they had just gotten through trying to sell the Studio Ghibli films in the States and not making any money off of them. So I think like they would not care. I think it is just the Japanese developers sincerely, honestly, and deeply saying it would be really cool for Mickey Mouse to wear a black cloak and flip around like Yoda from Attack of the Clones. I think it comes from a place of deep sincerity.
It's just it's the opposite. It's the opposite. Not even the opposite, but it's the same mentality as the folks that are like, give Sonic a gun for the next game. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Oh, wouldn't it be so cool?
We got many requests from fans for there to be shooting elements in Sonic. That was we were playing Gamma's segment, and I was reading about it. I was like, what? Or I don't think they were actually playing Big, so I was trying to figure out why the hell they did Big, and then I found that about Gamma. So hopefully we're gonna finish up Gravity Rush next week sometime. Probably not this weekend because I'm gonna be busy with other things. Aiden and I will hopefully be filming a very special episode of the Research Log this weekend.
That episode.
And hopefully you guys will see that later on. It'll just depend. And then we were planning on shooting the first Research Log talking about a movie. Because a couple of weeks ago, myself and Joshua and Joey all watched The Adventures of Tintin: Secret of the Unicorn. There was technically...
That movie American people saw advertisements for and went, oh, it's a kid's movie.
And everyone else in the world was like, they better not screw it up. And then they saw it and they're like, oh, they didn't screw it up. Good. Yeah, Joshua and I are big fans of the Tintin books. Joey was not familiar until I gave him... Because I have a bunch of them sitting around, and a few times ago you were here... What were we shooting? What were we shooting? Were we just filming an episode of the Research Log, or were we streaming? Or were we waiting for Aiden? No, we were not waiting for Aiden.
I think it was just the day we were going to do the Research Log and then
it was when we were filming episode 2, which was technically episode 1 of the Research Log. Yes. And I was getting stuff set up, and I was like, let me bring you a book to read. And he was like, a book? How long is the book? And I was like, here's The Adventures of Tintin. And it was like, it took me 20 minutes to read a full book. It took me 20 minutes to get everything set up. It was primo.
Well, when you said book, I thought word book. Yeah, but it was an image book.
Comic
and I was
book.
like, yes, I see the colors and the pictures.
Book. So we watched the movie a couple weeks ago. And we were planning on potentially doing our first, like discussing a specific thing and being like, hey guys, watch this movie before you watch the podcast. But Joshua actually had to leave town just earlier today, and we did not have time to get around to doing that. So maybe Joshua will join us over Discord sometime in the next couple of weeks, and we'll record that. I don't know when that'll be out, but we'll do that at some point. And I'm going to try my best to, since I'm going to be traveling a decent amount for work, I'm going to start taking my Nintendo Switch with me and maybe my Nintendo 3DS with me and start playing games so I have stuff to talk about on the Research Log.
Yahoo.
Because I haven't played anything new since the last couple we filmed.
I was thinking about my Switch the other day. It's like, man, I haven't even... Like, I played Monster Hunter a little bit, and it's like, I really haven't neglected my Switch. I have not played much on it.
Well, that's the thing, is like, unless people got really deep into Animal Crossing or whatever last year, nobody's going anywhere. So they don't have the, the motivation, the drive, right, to go play their Switch, because they're not going anywhere. It's a portable system, and they're just all sitting around like clowns. I've been playing, it was on my best of 2019 list that I released a few months ago, Wargroove, which was a game that I got on, it's like an Advanced Wars 'em up.
Okay.
And I've been playing that very slowly for like years at this point, because I was basically only playing it when I was like on planes or in hotels. Mm-hmm. When I was at home, I just wasn't playing it. So I haven't even beaten the campaign, because like I'll like go on a trip and I'll devour a huge chunk of it, and then I'll get home and I won't touch it for 6 months. And then over COVID, I wasn't going anywhere, so... Noriega says, I got some Tintin books. The one with the spaceship is actually kind of depressing. Like, Jesus, it hit me hard as a kid. There's a couple of those Tintin books that are a little rugged. Oh, there's one about the space race, dude.
Okay.
Actually, it's a two-parter. That may be the one you're referring to. There's also one with aliens, which I don't care for very much. There's one book that involves aliens. I don't really like that one very much. There's a two-parter called Destination Moon, and then I think it's just like Mission to the Moon or something like that. And the first one is just about developing a rocket and foreign espionage, trying to steal secrets and disrupt the launch. Okay. And then the next one is actually about the launch and going to the moon. And it was released a couple years before the actual moon landing, and some of it was very science fiction, and a lot of it was like shockingly prescient. Like the guy, like Hergé did a lot of research. Right. So it's pretty neat to go and read, because it's like there's a lot of like, you know, Jules Verne-esque science fiction that's like way before we had any real conception of how we do that crap. Whereas like that's a story about going to the moon that was written like right before we actually did it. So it has a very different tone from almost any other like science fiction, space travel, anything you will read, because it's like
that sounds neat. It's
just on the edge of knowing how it really works, and it's like trying to exist in that realm but still be a little fantastic. It's interesting. It's a really good two-parter book. And then obviously Secret of the Unicorn was a two-parter. Secret of the Unicorn, then Red Rackham's Treasure, and then the movie's weird because it takes the plot of the Secret of the Unicorn. Well, it takes the story. I don't know. It takes like the treasure hunt of like the boat stuff about Secret of the Unicorn and slaps it into Crab with Golden Claws, which is the one I gave to you to read, because I knew we'd watch that movie at some point. Oh, this actually reminds me. I'm probably at some point I'm going to stream the DLC for A Hat in Time, because this is music from the Yakuza Metro DLC. So at some point, that's one of the things we're going to stream at some point in the next month or so. Probably I'm going to try and stream the. I've heard not good things about the Arctic Cruise DLC. I don't care. I'm going to play it anyway. I watched enough of it that I was like, yeah, I can see that this isn't amazing, but I really don't care because I just want to play more A Hat in Time.
Fair.
And then Yakuza Metro, I've watched like probably a 40% of, and it's phenomenal. It looks like it's a sequel in terms of how much improvement like their budget clearly was from, like, 'cause before it was like, you know, Kickstarter game and I guess like maybe some private investment, I don't know. And this is like, okay, now we have profit and we're spending it and the team's bigger and it's really funny because you've seen it, and like most of the characters in that game have very basic animation. Hat Kid is like just has like JPEG eyes and JPEG mouth, and like Snatcher, just the big ghost guy, just kind of like his mouth does this, and the conductor's beak just flaps open and shut. The main big bad lady from Yakuza Metro, it has really good animation.
Let's see it.
Why not, right? Give everybody a little preview of what we'll hypothetically be doing in a few weeks here. This came out a while ago now, but
I've been listening to the music from this, like on Spotify.
Oh yeah, from A Hat in Time.
Yeah,
I keep hitting the wrong thing. Sorry. This is phenomenal soundtrack, dude. I love this soundtrack. It's so good. This is, if anybody wants to find this track later, this is called Rush Hour. It's on the official Gears for Breakfast channel, because they upload some of the soundtrack to there.
I really do need to play these games sometime.
It's really good.
Or this game and the DLC, I should say.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite games of the last 10 years, like easily.
Running around interfering with my jewel business. So, you work for me now. Are you trying to play a trick on me?
No, I'm not, I swear! I never lay upon your jewelry!
Then why did I find your cat hair on it?
Dead.
Oh no!
And then there's actually the pickups you can get from dead enemies are behind the counter after the cutscene's over.
That's funny. So another DLC for this came out?
This is a while ago, but it only just came out on console a bit ago.
Okay.
Because basically they're a dedicated PC team, and the versions that came out on Xbox and PS4 like didn't even get patched for ages. There were glitches that just like were not fixed. There was a boss fight that was not broken but significantly more difficult on console because like the indicators of where attacks were gonna land just weren't there. So she gives you cash as payment for when you do little missions for her, but the currency in this world is the pawns. So when you like the item description is like this useless green paper, I don't know what the hell this is. So it's just a cosmetic change up for the brewer hat, which is like your grenade class. So you can't spend the money on anything. You just throw it at people to blow things up.
I really liked when she gave it to you and you just bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening just shuffle on Spotify, and for some reason these songs have started coming up more often, and it's like, nah, now I kind of want to just... Probably on my way home, I'll probably just throw on the OST.
Dude, I'd stream this game again with you if you wanted to. Seriously, I love this game so much. I would gladly play it a second time on stream. I could be a full-time Hat in Time streamer, for real. I adore this game.
Become a speedrunner.
I could do that. I'm not sure it would really be a worthy time investment. So these are new just like cosmetic collectibles they've added in this DLC, which are... This is like, okay, that's neat, but not like super duper important. You can incorporate them into photo mode though, which is fun. And they take on a much more significant meaning with this, because they come emotes. I'll explain why that's important in a second. And then they have a bunch of new costumes they added in for the DLC.
I saw the Guy Fieri outfit. Hell yeah.
There's also Arcade Little Mac in there. These are like Uncharted 4 tier like visual filters. Yeah, did you see what that was? It was VR retro VR. It's because it's Virtual Boy. And then the time rifts are like the dedicated like I'm going into another dimension, like Sunshine style, right? Yeah. And then the reason that those stickers are important is I don't think this doesn't exist on console. This is only on PC.
Oh, the multiplayer.
Yeah, because well, you'll see why it's only on PC in a second here. It's not something they would take time to implement on console.
Yeah, that's not happening.
How many friends? 50 of your friends!
Oh, God.
So you can all boot into free roam or any of the missions. 50 of you.
God. Why?
And the other girl is a Bo kid who was added in originally for just co-op. It was just 2-player co-op. And then you can now pick either of them when you're doing the online multiplayer.
Goodness gracious.
So this skin, I believe, was also added in the first round of DLC, which is the Mario 64 DLC. Yeah. Dark Mario 64 costume, which is great. I love that one.
Like, with all the people, it's like in those pictures you see of like the Pokemon plush, and there's just one of them. It's like, oh, that's the Ditto one.
Yeah.
Just one of these is uncanny.
I think it's when you put on the Nyakuza skin. I could be wrong. She defaults to this eye expression, so it becomes the smug dance, right?
Of course.
I think she actually does it slower in that costume, if I recall correctly. Nah, okay, maybe not.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I think it might even be cheaper now. I don't know, but yeah. So now all the DLC is on console, so you can actually get it and play it, and it's like it's there. It's actually accessible to you. Yeah, I was playing music from Nyakuza, so that's why I thought about that. So yeah, I may wind up doing that at some point. Yeah, so I have a cut. Like I said, I'm probably with the streaming rotation is going to look like it's like I'm going to pick something, and then I'm also going to make a game available as like I'm going to put up a poll of like here are 4 games, and Patreon supporters can vote on them. And what that will mean is if you want to, because I mean some of them are going to be short games, but some of them are going to be longer games, and obviously I'm only going to be streaming so often. So really, you could like support on Patreon for 1 month and give $1 and vote on the poll, and then drop it. And only come back when I put up another poll 3 months later and donate $1, right? So
big brain moves. Yeah,
so it'll be pretty easy to participate as long as you got a tiny bit of $1 donation will be accessible to everybody. So if you want to, you can jump in. Captain CJ97 is attempting to bait me into talking about Ruby again.
Okay.
It won't happen because the stream is wrapping up now. There will be no Ruby discussion today. I almost pointed out the Ruby Rose skin that Hat Kid can get in the DLC.
Almost.
It's not actually. It's just the color scheme is somewhat similar. Yeah, but that DLC came out 2 years ago now, and the game came out I think a year or two before that even. I'm not sure what they're working on now. I mean, obviously they just got the DLC onto console, which was work, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they're making a sequel or something because I really want a sequel to A Hat in Time. But anyway, I believe that's gonna be it for the day, folks. Because that whole presentation is now well since done. And
we spent more of the stream not talking about the presentation.
Absolutely.
Because there just wasn't.
But that's how it usually is. We usually talk for a really long time after presentations.
That's fair.
And we haven't both been on stream together in quite some time.
We talked almost as much about the Sonic stream that happened like a month ago.
But I believe that's all for today, folks. Look forward to Uncharted 4, Uncharted 2 finale this weekend. Update video about what's going on. No Uncharted 3 for probably several weeks. Sorry about that. But hopefully some streams and more research log coming your way very soon. Adios, everybody.
Take it easy, everyone.